Americas on the exact same day. Isn't that amazing? So I'll say, there's also a little competition, as you all know, with the other sites on who's going to bring it the most today, and that's going to be us this year, right? Because New Berlin did it last year. They ain't taking the title this year. So I'm really excited. Obviously, Permobil has been very passionate about ALS for a very long time. We're actually the longest standing national partner of the ALS Association, and we've been partnering with them for 17 years. In that time, we've actually donated over $2 million towards the fight against ALS. It's a lot of money, isn't it? But today, I'm actually not going to talk that much because we have some amazing visitors, and I'm very honored to have them. So we have Patrick Reedy, who is here from the National ALS Association, and then we have the Palmer family, who some of you have been able to meet before, that live here locally, and she's going to talk a little bit about her fight against ALS. So I'm going to turn it over to Patrick.
Awesome. Thank you, Ashley. Well, it's my pleasure to be here today. My name is Patrick Reedy. I'm the Chief Development Officer for the ALS Association. I was going to say great to be with the Permobil team, but I'm going to go Permobil family. I just got here about an hour ago, and I've already gotten that sense of the amazing culture that you have, and we're just so grateful for the partnership and to be a part of that. So it's my pleasure to be here today, to have a chance to meet some of you, to get a great tour. Thank you for that. And mostly to have a chance to thank you all right now for this incredible partnership Ashley just mentioned. I don't mean to fact check you, but I think it's 2.5 million. So let's go with that. Let's go with that. And counting, right? And counting. So, but what I want to do is I want to make sure you all have an understanding of how those dollars make a difference in that partnership, in the work that you've done. So those are critical dollars that allow us to do things like invest in global research to find new breakthroughs, to invest in the things that make life better, like the work you do here every single day for people living with ALS, to invest in our clinic network of certified ALS clinics that we know produce better outcomes for people that go to those clinics than those that don't. And to work with our government, both federal and state, to pass legislation that's favorable to people living with ALS and those who love and care for them, and to provide critical funding to drive those efforts. So in a very real way, the money that you've raised, and of course the work that you do every day here, is helping to make a difference in the lives of people who are living with ALS, providing hope while we continue to find those breakthroughs in treatment and research. So I just want to, again, thank you all. It's my pleasure to be here. And I want you to know that in a very real way, you are bringing to life the ALS Association's vision of a world without ALS for everyone, everywhere, until we can find a cure. So thank you for being a part of that. Thank you for everything that you do today and every day on behalf of everyone living with ALS and the ALS Association.
Woo!
So what makes that partnership work? We bring the mission, you bring the passion, and I'm about to introduce you to two people who bring the inspiration to everything that partnership does. And that's our ALS warrior, Laura, and her husband and caregiver, Rick. So with that, I will turn it over to them. Thank you.
Nagging clumsiness that seemed out of place. I remember tripping over my own toe, stumbling when I least expected it. The most memorable moment was falling off my electric scooter right in front of the school car line. Embarrassing. Absolutely. But more than that, it was confusing. It had been 6 months since my daughter and I started taking karate lessons together, something I thought would help me with balance, coordination, and strength. But instead of improving, I was falling. Something wasn't right. I went in for an MRI, followed by 3 incredibly painful events that left me with more questions than answers. I sought second and third opinions, hoping against hope that the doctors were wrong. But eventually, they all said the same thing, ALS. The hardest, most devastating diagnosis of my life. Yes, ALS is the most difficult thing I've ever faced, both physically and emotionally. It's a disease that strips away so much. But even in the midst of the struggle, something beautiful has emerged. I've seen God's presence in the people around me, in the kindness, love, and generosity I never could have imagined. We've had more dinners delivered than I can count, each one a reminder that we are not alone. Cards have poured in from all over the world, heartfelt messages that come through an initiative called Letters for Laura. Every letter has touched my heart, reminding me of the goodness in the world. And the best part? We've met so many of you. People who have shown up, sent messages, or simply offered their support. You've made this journey a little lighter, a little brighter, and for that, I'm endlessly grateful. ALS may be the hardest thing I've ever endured, but it's also led me to witness the very best in humanity.
I just want to say thank you because you guys have done a lot. The ALS Association as well. And Permobil's helped us quite a bit as well with many parts of this chair, and we couldn't be more appreciative. And so just thank you from our family. And I think that's what we got. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Patrick. Thank you, Laura, and Rick. It's truly a pleasure to have you all here with us today. And so, you all ready to walk and get this party started? All right. We are going to fund a cure, and we can't wait to be a part of that celebration. So, we are doing the Ice Bucket Challenge. You'll hear more about that on the other side at the finish line today. It's the 10-year anniversary for that, and so we're so excited to do that. So make sure you stop at the finish line because it's not going to be over yet, and we'll see you at the finish line. Thank you.